Okay, it is October 3rd, Thursday, 2024. Let's see what's going on lately in the news, and I'll get into some Richie from Boston stuff, which affects every YouTube truther, BitChute truther channel that propagates the same shit. U.S. would not support Israel attack on Iran's nuclear site, says Biden. This just came out October 2nd, since the strike. The alleged Iran strike on Israel, and a bunch of videos and other news articles you could get to go with that shit. Are they getting ready to use this excuse because the U.S. needs to go into Iran and bomb shit without saying the U.S. did it? Fuck. This shit just amazing. Hang on. I got to show a video before I run my mouth here. Pause here. I recorded it. I backed up on my TV and recorded this the day that Iran allegedly sent them missiles at Israel. But let's see what they had to say here. And I'll show the time and my timestamp on this video.
All right, we're back with the breaking news. The White House saying that they believe the U.S. believes that Iran is preparing to imminently launch a ballistic missile attack against Israel. We were talking about this in the previous segment. We'll go back to Jim Shudo and Colonel Layton. I mean, Jim, what do you make of the Israelis at this point saying, well, we don't see anything yet? I guess the yet part is the key word.
Well, it appears that the U.S. has intelligence shared with the Israelis that they saw preparations for launch. The U.S. has enormous capabilities to do that via satellite, as well as what other assets in the region. Doesn't mean that they've launched yet. Now, you have some time after launch, though less depending on the munition itself. A ballistic missile, best estimates, takes about 12 minutes to get from Iran to here in Israel. Drones take several hours. Cruise missiles take a few hours. It's all about speed, right? But the fact that Israel has not seen one yet does not mean that they're not going to see one in the coming
That's just
hours
fucking
or
stupid.
days. And depending on the number and the quality of each munition, they'll have a certain amount of warning time here.
Anyway, the U.S. has intelligence via their satellites that Iran's getting ready to... Well, why not attack those Iranian sites? I mean, this shit... And again, we all know how up-to-date CGI is, the propaganda, the false flags, there's that movie where the president was a puppet and there's a fake war. We have no idea. I mean, it looks legit. There was real missiles, but where the fuck are they even coming from? But let's pause here. I mean, you see him prepping. You got the best excuse to attack Iran in the world, but you don't. You got to have the missiles launched. Let's pause here. Which takes me right back to this. Israel would not support Israeli attack on Iran's nuclear sites. Don't be surprised if this happens. I mean, could they do it? Of course. Could they not? Of course. I mean, fear-mongering, propaganda, shit on the news, trying to use, holy fucking shit. But let's pause here. I want to address this hurricane shit in Helena, especially in North Carolina. 2 towns in North Carolina were destroyed. Buildings, Asheville was heavily destroyed. Chimney Rock, which is where they filmed... Oh, what was that movie? Hang on, let me pause here. I know I have a screenshot, but Chimney Rock is where they filmed Dirty Dancing. And again, hang on, let me find one more screenshot here. I just looked up... Oh, I can't pause this. That's just a short piece of footage where all sorts of Chimney Rock are washed into a lake. Asheville is fucking destroyed. And you have to very much consider all these places, not just in the U.S., but around the world. Well, let's stick to the U.S. because I'm talking about insurance purposes here. These people that do not and have never had flood insurance because there's never been fucking a flood ever before. And that's the bullshit, too, about this conspiracy of insurance companies. I brought this up before a few times. It's a conspiracy. They're getting rid of flood insurance. These companies are getting rid of fire insurance because of forest fires and all that shit. It's not these companies are companies. They're a business. the rates get jacked up, or they dump it because they see and they know climate change, whether they know or would admit to geoengineering, but they know what's coming, they know what's going on. So it's a fucking company, and they want to stay in business. Sorry, but that's the way it is. I brought this up before about my mom, and you know these people. Well, if you live in these these places, these states, these cities that are flood prone, hurricane prone, fire prone, then fucking move. People act like, do you have the fucking money to get up and just move to another state and buy another house, and you can't sell your house because it's flood prone, fire prone, earthquake prone, whatever? Fuck no. I mean, give it a fucking break and face reality, not the stupid propaganda, fear porn. I gotta sell my generator, I gotta sell my gold, I gotta sell my prepper gear, whatever on their site. Let's pause here and move on. Okay, let's address some other biggie 3 outages that happened this year. AT&T had a major outage. We had the CrowdStrike outage. And of course, these are all completely conspiracies and New World Order agenda, which we don't know. Then the latest was the Verizon outage. I'm on my sister's Verizon. When that happened, just day before yesterday, my phone was out when I got up. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I think it may be 5:45. She was up earlier because she had to go to work. I found out late, a couple hours later, she texted me, is my phone working yet? No. It came on, what I noticed, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but her phone, it's fucking weird. Her phone didn't work for another at least 3 hours. My mom in Montrose, Colorado has Verizon, and her Verizon phone never went out. It's just fucking weird how this shit works. So if you're going to say, as reality or conspiracy theorist or true conspiracy, this applies to all of them. Remember the huge YouTube outage a few years ago? Encompass all of these. Whenever we have these mass outages that are confined to the U.S. or in multiple other countries, not everybody's phone or internet quits working altogether. It is just fucking weird how this works. And as I'm going to show, I think I'll show, if I might not address it because I watched Richie from Boston's last video, and again, I go by his shit because that's what the truthers. And because you have the left agenda, you have the right agenda, and you have the middle agenda with it, which is our truthers and our patriots. But that does not encompass everybody, because look at the subscribers of a channel and look at their views. I mean, their views are tens of thousands, 20,000, 30, 50. If you consider the population of this country, the adult population is approximately 300 million. These people aren't jack shit in the grand scheme of things fucking ever. They're there for their money, and they're there for the money. That's it. The money on the money. You tell me one that's not out there to make fucking money. It's just fucking insane. But let me pause here and get on to where the fuck I was going to get onto. Real quickie, ocean suffocating as huge dead zones quadruple since 1950, January of 18. Oh, shit, I fucked up there. Oh, let me pause. Right back where I was, 20 of 18. Slide sideways. The world's almost so close to becoming. They're already too acidic. Fucking too acidic. This is September 2024 this year. Pause here. I got to get into these strikes. Okay, I'm going to show a clip from Richie from Boston where he says the November surprise, and he talks about the strike. Okay, this one is from. Oh, where's it at? Oh. I was watching Dane Wingington and Google and shit. Oh, sorry, September 9th, so roughly a month before the strike, which was the end of September, which is October 1st. They're going to go on strike if they do not get a new contract. Pause here. A quick paragraph on that strike from the East Coast longshoremen. That their union is the ILA has been fully prepared to negotiate a fair contract since 2 years before its expiration of September 30th. So no October surprise. Last offer February 23. Here's another one. Union negotiations covering longshore workers on the East and Gulf Coast have been stalled since June 10th. They were on a 6-year contract which expired September 30th. This is not no fucking October surprise. This has been building up. It's been in the news. But of course, if you're going to be a YouTuber, a bit shooter, a truther, a fear porn propagandist, and it just happened. Nobody knew it was coming. Pause here. And of course, we got... Oh, the cats are playing. So anyway, new DHS report warns of ongoing heightened threat environment ahead of presidential election. We all know it. We all get it. They can do anything, anytime they want to fear poor people, and it's a terror. Look at these alleged terrorists that always happen in this country. They're fucking mental nut jobs, and you can tell by their postings what they had to. And how is it with all these people? Whether it be the school shooters, the younger kids, the older people that do these things, and they're supposedly part of a church, or any religion, a Christian church, a Muslim religion, or you get the adult shooters. I'm not talking about the gang things or going after somebody. How is it that all these things are the exact same as when they arrested Noriega? Oh, my phone just vibrated. Hopefully I'm not out of space here. Oh, battery running out. I got to plug in my battery while I'm going here. Or Noriega, what's his face? McVeigh, McVeigh. I pronounce those names wrong. All these other people that get arrested for all these fucking things, these major people, and we never get to hear them talk. We never get to hear their things. We never get, you see all these things on the news. I mean, not news, but yeah, the news, documentaries, 48 hours, all this other weird shit, 60 minutes. Why do we never, ever get to hear these people talk and say what they have to say? Think about that for a minute, because they don't want to know. They don't want us, the public, to know the truth about any of these people whatsoever. And I'm like I just said, I'm encompassing from school shooters, whether they're any shootings, school shooters, shootings in malls that are kids or adults, Noriega, McVeigh, McNichols. I'm getting them names fucked up, but you know what I'm talking about. We never get to Saddam Hussein. We never get to see interviews or any talking or anything coming from any of these people because we're not supposed to, because we can't hear the truth. Yeah, blah. Oh, this goes with the U.S. a warning saying Israel shouldn't attack Iran nuclear sites, awaiting Israel response to Iran missile barrage. Of course, where the fuck why do we not see radar tracks? And I mean, it's just a fucking astounding. They don't have to prove jack shit. Oh, let me pause. Oh, let me show something here. Okay, here's a map of the Middle East. Here's Israel. Here's Israel. Way over here where the missiles, and they show them destroying as soon as they get there. They have to come across Jordan and Iraq, or Jordan and Syria. If you look up, Iraq, Syria, and Jordan closed their airspace. But these missiles came from all the way fucking Iran, and they didn't do a goddamn thing until they got over here. I know the U.S. claims from 2 ships or whatever, they shot out 12 missiles or whatever. But come on. And plus, I showed in that clip from the news that they admitted, we saw on the U.S. admitted, they saw their satellites. Iran was preparing to send all these missiles and didn't do jack shit about it. Come on. Pause here. Oh, I took a picture of this on the TV. Iran launches missiles over the entirety of Israel, and yet just a few. I mean, give me a fucking break. Pause here. Okay, I'm going to play some audio clips from Richie from Boston's latest video, but first 2 screenshots. This is from his video, Time's Up, Economist. What happened to the Economist cover when it showed a blackout? We're going to have a blackout. All the others over the fucking years. Lawmakers propose amendment to address mass casualty events amid rising political tension. All these executive orders we've seen over the years, and you can look them up, they're real, have been given to FEMA. They do not need to add anything else. Let's move on. Look them up yourself if you don't know. and he showed this inside plans for Mark Zuckerberg's mass, and he was talking about Zuckerberg's and these other rich people with all their bunkers. So fucking what? If you had that money to do that, you'd do the same fucking thing. And I sure in the fuck wouldn't build a bunker in fucking Hawaii. I mean, the volcano, earthquakes, fucking, 2012 or in other movies, mass tidal. Well, I'm sure in the fuck wouldn't do it on an island. But let's pause here and get to see. Let's see what Richie from Boston has to say. Oh, I went to BitChute to look at. Oh, sorry about that. I went to BitChute to get my clips, and he's got a new one. If you need to stay alive, get it now. It's probably gold. It's not gold, but anyway, let me pause here. I want to show some clips from this one, and then I'll pause and check out this one and see what kind of bullshit he's talking about. But let's pause here. Okay, I started out the video, and this wasn't an intended clip, but he does this a lot. Let's see what he has to say here real quick.
The Economist cover World Ahead 2024. I talked about this 6 months ago. I told you about the cargo ships and how the ships are crashing into bridges every other day, etc. There's a couple of things I missed.
Really? Ships crashing into bridges every other day? You can Google up cargo bridges hit, cargo ships or whatever hit bridges, and there's ones in other countries where they had massive floods and, every other day. I realize come on. It's not even close to, it's not even every other year.
I didn't realize the time is running out, running into the ballot box down here. I didn't notice that Trump had the dove and that the woman, they had a woman up here before Biden.
Oops, I missed the very beginning, and this is what I just talked about a few minutes ago, whatever, about the dock worker strike.
Okay, I didn't want to make this video at all, but things are moving so fast, I can't give it.
How many of times have we heard Richie say this? I didn't want to make this video at all.
Videos up fast enough, and this is probably going to be my last video for a bit.
Of course.
But here we go. Look at this. Phones are down at the moment until Verizon is back up again. Well, that's just one dude out in California, right? No. Verizon outage. T-Mobile outage. They're shutting down the phones again, okay? They're doing what they did before. They're testing. We saw this in the movie Leave the World Behind, okay?
They always love to address movies. I get it. We've seen over the years, there's been some movies and The Simpsons and the 9/11 thing. So much of this is, who knows who the fuck's real, who knows what the fuck's live, what's from Memorex, etc. I mean, fucking, and these, again, all these channels, every fucking one of them, it's nothing but about profit and send me money and Richie's $50,000 GoFundMe.
Okay, I hate to keep saying it, but Barack and Michelle Obama didn't go out of their way to make a movie called Leave the World Behind that showed every conspiracy I've ever shown you in play, in action, how it would look in real life. Now,
not every,
just a that I talked about.
Sorry, not every, just a bit of a exaggeration there.
6 months ago. The Economist cover World Ahead 2024. I talked about this 6 months ago. I told you about the cargo ships and how the ships are crashing into bridges every other day, etc. There's a couple of things I missed. I didn't realize the time is running out, running into the ballot box down here. I didn't notice that Trump had the dove and that the woman, they had a woman up here before Biden stepped down. But the Economist cover knew that. These guys are...
Oh, sorry, I still missed what I was... let me pause here. Okay, here we go. Should have went on a few more seconds.
And then shockingly, this is now. This is right now. A U.S. port strike by 45,000 dock workers is all but certain to begin at midnight tonight. At midnight tonight. Yeah, that's awesome news right there. You know what I mean? That would be tonight. Phenomenal. October surprise.
October surprise. Nobody knew it was coming except for the articles I just showed going over a year ago when they were going to say they were going to go on strike if they didn't get a new contract. Does Richie know this? Does he look up shit? Of course he... Still, there is somebody running... I believe there's somebody running Richie. Or it's two things. I cannot confirm or deny either. Either he's running all this shit or somebody's running him, because if he's really doing all this shit, then he knows how to do all these videos and splicing and editing and all this. He pretends he doesn't know shit yet, does he? You know, you get it, but let's pause here. Okay, let's address this military-aged illegals coming into the country. I've done this before.
Do something. They want to see us take each other out. And fortunately, thanks to them filling the country with these fellas,
they're just dropping this stuff on the ground to come here and assume a new identity. So it's a little bit scary with my military background and seeing the people that are coming across that male, these are all military-age males. People keep saying that. I've got the proof right here.
So there you go.
Okay, we've seen this shit over and over for years. I don't know how many years, 5+, all these military-age males, illegals, coming across the southern border from Mexico, and they're coming over because they are terrorists or they are part of an army of North Korea, China, Taiwan, Russia. Why haven't they done anything? Over and over. Of course, could they be? And they're still waiting another 2 years or 5 years or 10 or 15 to do something? Of course they could be, but I'm calling bullshit on it because nothing has fucking happened whatsoever. What they call these people of military fighting age coming across the border, I'm going to say 15 to 35. But we could go younger, 14, 12, 10 years old, because if you look at these other countries that are involved, these second and third world countries and fourth world countries that are involved in these wars, these civil wars, they're having to fight and carry a firearm, 14 years old? I mean, this is it's just propaganda and fear porn on both ends for agenda. And it's like some that's not even agenda, they believe the horse shit, but let's move on. Already addressed this part. Lawmakers propose amendment for mass casualty. All that's already been given to FEMA. Pause here. Okay, I forget who this dude is from this video clip. Let's see what he has to say here.
World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, come out and say that a digital mishap would be worse than the C-19. Who really knows what they are preparing with CrowdStrike? We already saw them flex their power in showing us that they can take down any Windows application at any time. They have shown us that they can bring down multiple computers
over and
around the
over
world simultaneously.
Over and over, and even in this video, Richie from Boston says they're still testing. Come on, give me a fucking break. They know what they're doing. Oh, sorry.
No matter if it's an airport, a grocery store, a gas station, a pharmacy store, does not matter.
Are we the science people or are we the idiots? Which one do we want to be?
Pharmacy store does not matter. They can bring them down. The powers that be, they can bring down the grid for a couple months, cause complete hell on earth, complete chaos.
If you bring the grid down for a couple of months, even a fucking, a week, 2 weeks, do you realize all their technology was, they don't want their fucking cameras and their sensors and all that fucking being burned up and destroyed. Give me a fucking break. Pause here. Okay, and utmost for Richie from Boston. Let's see what he has to say here.
Do, and it's going to come like a thief in the night. The only thing is, you got about 30 days to figure out which night it is. It could be tomorrow.
World ending, coming as a thief in the night. What do you need to do?
Tomorrow, it could be the end of the month, but they're going to do this. They cannot stop saying, Google how many times politicians have said there will be an October surprise, Civil War 2024, leave the world behind, and then everything that's happening, we're literally watching The Economist cover 2024 play out right now, right this minute.
Literally, right this minute. What about previous Economist covers they've discussed? Okay, let's see what come on, we're coming up to Richie's ultimate moment.
Right now. So, again, one more time. Get your money out of the bank.
Get your fucking gold so I can get my cut. Click on my link below. He'll do. He did his 2 GoFundMe's for $50,000. But let's pause here. Okay, I don't know if this is going to end this video. This is his latest. I just noticed if you just stay alive, get it now. This is not a test. 6:54 into the video.
But I told you, they're going to use everything all at one time. And they absolutely are. They're using the weather. They're using Israel. They're using the economy against us. I mean, your bank account is going to turn into nothing. If you can turn it into gold and silver, you'll be way ahead of the game because at least you'll have something as opposed to nothing. Because
the world ends, the great apocalypse, the zombies are coming, the Russians, Israel, Russia, China, CME, coronal mass ejection, apocalypse, North Korea use their EMP, buy the fucking gold is fucking worthless in any and every end of the world event. And I've said this before, the only reason to buy gold, and as these channels have, Richie said it before, if there's some sort of economic collapse that we come back from, then of course gold would be awesome. But this is not going to be, when this shit collapses because of the climate change, because primarily of the geoengineering, this planet is fucking dying. If you don't fucking see that, you're insanely fucking stupid. And go watch Richie from Boston. Go watch Marfugel, Lisa Haven, Joe Rogan, all these other fucking retards. They're all retards, they're rejects, and they want they're fear porn. That's the ultimate fucking term. They are fear porn. They want nothing but your money. They want nothing but you to support them. Let me pause here and see if I have anything to add. Oh, I got to throw this in. This was mentioned in the clip I showed earlier when they mentioned the previous April attack from Iran. How Israel and allied defenses intercepted more than 300 Iranian missiles. So Iran launched 300, largely, hugely, 99% unsuccessful yet. Then they launched a second major attack of 180. Give me a fucking break. Pause here. No drones and missiles. Oh, I gotta show this. 4 ways climate change, i.e. geoengineering, made Hurricane Elena worse. What do we got here? Helena gave a U.S. record of 8 4 or 5 Atlantic hurricanes in the past 8 years, 2017 to 24. That's as many 4s and 5s occurred in the prior 57 years. And as Dane Wigginton's been saying long before they admitted it, it's going to get worse. The atmosphere, what they call atmospheric rivers now. But pause here. Oh, I actually remember I took a screenshot of this building for a reason. Just this building. Now, take all these places that the last few years have been flooded that have never... let's just go with floods, not hurricanes, earthquakes, fires... Well, fires would be a big one. Take the 2 big ones, floods and fires. But especially floods. Let's say you're living in a place that has never, ever had a flood before. Where is your prepper shit? Is it in your basement? Is it on your first floor? Is it in your shed? Or is it in your garage? Is it in your outside bomb shelter, tornado shelter, whatever? What do you do when you get these floods and all your shit is now covered with fucking water? You got a generator. It's a gas generator. It's a solar generator. Once that fucking thing gets enough water on it, it's fucking toast. What about all your prepper shit? Some of it's still in watertight, but i.e. you get what the fuck I'm saying. It's just insane what you got to prepare for. And heat is probably the safest thing for your prepper gear, your food, your generators, or your water, or whatever. Because heat won't automatically destroy that shit, but you get the picture. This was a bridge in Tennessee. Was that taking out a supply chain bridge? Pause here. Oh, this is the best picture I could find. I think 3D. Look at the size of that fucking storm. It just wasn't confined to there. It was all the way up through there, but we're only hearing about this part. I'm going to end this here. I'm at a half hour. It's going to take forever to upload, but see you later. Bye.